The Pac-12, a Western institution and the Conference of Champions more than 100 years. And today we get to crown another. It's an intriguing matchup as these teams battle for this conference trophy and continue the proud legacy of this league. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Akron Zips, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner heads out of bounds. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He hands it off from the gun. He shreds the tackle. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 37.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Toss play to the outside. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's a football play right there. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Launching it. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Explosive play, and the offense will set him now inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field, so let's check this call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Going to try to use his legs here. And they're able to get him down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Fighting off the defender. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Running past the 35. And it's good for a 1st down to the 36.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback drops back. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
The pass run. Ball is free in the backfield. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Get closer to midfield now.
Look, I realize on any play call that's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down.
He's going for a big play downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Defense is coming after him. Breaks loose at the 45. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Wyoming. This quarterback on fire today. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right calls.
Returner looking to make a play here. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Comes the Akron offense back out there. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. The pocket breaking down, and they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. On first down, it's play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. And he's got his man open downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. He'll hand it off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The defense now backed up in their own red zone. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end was just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. The Akron offense back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Quarterback keeps the football. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
And there's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of the offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
That completion makes it second and medium.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Quarterback still with the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I like what the offense coordinator is trying to do here to try to keep the defense off balance by mixing up his play calling. But hey, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. They're not fooled at all on this play. Nice tackle for a loss here against the option.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. In fact, he got the ball out quickly, gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, accurate.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. They got off to a slow start, but they have been clicking lately. Can they build on this lead now in the 2nd quarter? It's a shotgun run call. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They finally make the tackle, but the defense gashed by that big gainer. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flashed at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They go with a direct snap. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Hey, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
Here we go on fourth down. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Defense backed up against their own end zone. First and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Line for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. They come up 2 yards from the goal line. Can they punch it in here on third down? Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the returner is brought down. The Zips offense comes back out onto the field now. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Finding some room at the 25. And the ball to the ground. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Touchdown, Cowboys. A fumble return for 6. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Turner trying to create good field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. We'll look to throw it here on second down. Pressure is coming. And the pass ball is incomplete in the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Zips will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? In the clear at the 25. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And looking to throw now on first down. It is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Takes the toss and heads left. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Running out of time in the pocket. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll fire it over the middle. Had a lot of time in the pocket. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So Wyoming's offense goes back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. They flip it to him on the jet sweep, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He lets it go on the move. There's a wide open receiver, complete. Run down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Here comes a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, Could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Akron offense back out there. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it for a big gain. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Zips.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown. That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Now it's 2nd down here. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down and goal.
Here we go.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So play number 7 on this drive is a 3rd down and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
14.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Coverage team brings down the returner. The Akron offense back out on the field now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense recovers, trying to run this back now. Touchdown, Cowboys. The defense. Points.
Oh, my gosh. That looked like a great play. The receiver just drops the football and clearly made the catch. The ball's on the ground, and how about the defense? Instead of just bouncing on it, they had the presence of mind to pick it up and go the other way for a touchdown.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the back now goes in motion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. It's caught. They will rule that a catch, a huge gain through the air. And he's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it right near the end zone. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Past the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wyoming. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
So 2 losses in a row puts them in a tough spot. 3rd and very long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute and the defense knows it's coming. Here the interception cost them.
So Wyoming's offense comes back out onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Moving the receiver around pre-snap as a design quarterback keeper. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. The Zips offense comes back out onto the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, hit those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Caught quickly. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
Well, obviously, you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
The Zips will line up to punt it away. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. A quick spin move. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So Wyoming's offense goes back out onto the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here.
Hey, when it's your day, it's your day. This offense, especially this running back, enjoying a monster day, putting up huge numbers and having a nice, big, comfortable lead.
Gives it to the back. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Split backfield here.
Here we go.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Akron offense back out there. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Last gasp falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the game. What a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves conference champions. That's a tremendous achievement, but we have to wait and see what the committee decides to do and if they'll get an invite to the college football playoff. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Glad to have you with us from Fort Worth, Texas, today at Amon G. Carter Stadium, and we will see who comes out victorious in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Akron Zips offense takes the field. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 50.
Makes the catch down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly...
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Akron! And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Spartans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third down, going up top. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Spartans decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Zips. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pass to Stickson, still on his feet. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Spartans racing to the line in the hurry up.
I'll tell you what, dude, in today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. It completely changes the way you play defense.
It's another first down for the offense.
He'll ride his man on the option. Plows through the defense. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. Touchdown, Spartans! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest. Takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah.
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's first throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Akron! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Wants to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Baker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here comes the offense on first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Zips. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, San Jose State, 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He'll keep it himself. Makes it past the marker. And that's a live ball. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear-end chewing. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
The Zips are marching down the field.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Spartans want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake. Coming after him, feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Tempo in overdrive. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
He's going to fire deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They keep attacking through the air. Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Akron. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before.
He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Zips. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful first half in the Armed Forces Bowl. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
The Zips will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. And while that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Makes the grab over the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Spartans will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Akron! And the route is on. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep.
4th down coming up.
He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on.
He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got it. Touchdown, Zips. And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Akron 56. San Jose
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Still running at the 40. Ripping through the defense. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He's going to pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Akron. And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the returner is stopped. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Using the quick game. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. 3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And the Spartans are flying down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Baker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Spartans. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Zips. And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's going to try to return this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Offense set on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
42 Spider. 4.
From his end zone, he'll go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Akbar. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Okay, ready?
Now on 1st down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. Touchdown, Akron! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
77.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session.
He's looking deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he breaks into the open. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting meal, the consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be dragged down. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whenever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that
sends it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Zips. And the route is on. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass.
Touchdown, Akron! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another.
And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.